Yo, what up, yo? Welcome to another episode of 30 Minutes. Every Saturday at the Garbage Gallery with your boy, Sir Benny Miles. I missed a couple of weeks, but I'm back. Having one of those crazy days.
In the past week, Leon Canizero released a statement saying, quote, with all the attention given to
So,
certain high-profile
just
cases, it is easy to lose sight of the fact that
trying to
ADAs are in court on
get
daily
myself
basis
in a nice
prosecuting
space
violent criminals, while it
and
is
create some
sad
positive energy.
so
So, it means I need to get to work right now. Sometimes that negative energy follows you. You gotta really try to counter or balance that out with some positive energy. So that means you gotta do whatever you do that puts you in a good space rather than a bad space.
Witnesses in a high-profile murder case on perjury charges.
And today we learned that one woman confessed that she got kidnapped in exchange for coming up with an alibi for that once considered the city's most dangerous criminal. Those are the latest twists for the two women at the center of Telly Hankton's trial for murder. WBS reporter Tim Swanson breaks down the
But it's weird to me how I'm watching some videos and stuff, just dealing with white people in general. I'm watching some videos of some zebra killers. Back in the day, they called the zebra killers. It just kills me how they'll say unprovoked, unprovoked attacks. Black people provoking white people unprovoked. Like they don't know their own history. Anything a black person does at this point of the game to a white person could not ever really be looked at as unprovoked when you know the history that exists between black people and white people and how some of these conditions still persist today. There's no way you can accuse a black person of an unprovoked attack because you guys are provoking black people in so many ways every day. You're provoking. You're just not expecting anyone to react to the provocation. But you can't keep relying on the fact that black people are not going to react to your provocation because we are not our ancestors. Even though there were ancestors who didn't play that and, fought back, that's the only reason why we made it this far. But there were a lot more people from our lineage who were very passive and unwilling to react to the provocation. We're a different generation, man. We're a different generation, man. We're going to react differently. So when you do something to a black person or any minority at this stage of the game, don't count on the fact that they're not going to react. Because you mistaken yourself. You mistaken yourself when you think a black person is not going to react to your provocations. It's not going down like that no more. It's more likely that they will react than not. So any of you white people that's out there, you on your BS, and you think you're going to get away with some BS, like the dude at the Popeyes, calling black folks niggas. Get out of my way, nigga. He thought he was going to make it out of that Popeyes without getting touched. And then he was surprised by the fact that there was some real niggas in that crowd waiting for him to get out of that Popeyes to show him how they was going to react to that provocation right there. And it could be just words. It could be just words, man. It don't got to be action no more these days. What it really comes down to is you projecting negative energy at somebody. You project the negative energy and you're not expecting somebody to react to that negative energy. Our body is sensitive to that right now, man. Our bodies have absorbed enough of that negative energy that if you project that negative energy at us right now, we feel it, we pick it up, that might be enough to provoke us, to get us to react. So keep all of that negative energy, y'all little, snide remarks, talking under your breath, all of that little stuff, man, don't do that. Wait till you, don't let them hear you. Go wherever you're going and say whatever you gotta say under your breath to your other little, racist friends. Get around them and do that. Don't do that around the black people right now and think you're gonna make it to where you're going, because you might not, man. You might not make it to where you was going. So they might grab your ass right there. And then what? And we gotta really start facing this issue head up, man. We can't keep, letting this linger, because they got the guns and they got the police and they got all of this, but we gotta face that. That's what they got. That's their advantage right now. They got the weapons, they got the police, they've always had an advantage. So what? You know what I mean? Niggas tired of being disrespected, so we gotta really come up with a solution on how we gonna deal with that, because it's gonna have to be dealt with eventually. Sooner or later, gotta be dealt with. Ain't no way around it. So, that's just where I'm at with the game. And also, I'm watching some of these posts, a lot of these young juvenile delinquents in our community want to beat up the old folks and rob the old folks. We got to come together as a community to address that too. We got to come together and find these juvenile delinquents, not report them to the police, man. Forget all that reporting to the police, man, because the police ain't on our side. The police ain't for our community, man. They really, they're really just, what do you call it? Lynch mobs and different groups that they would assemble to chase down runaway slaves came from back then. They chased them down runaway slaves, so then they got to where the slaves were trying to rise up and revolt. You had these little groups that would try to, confront the uprising and intimidate the black community, keep them in fear. The police is nothing but a modern day version of all of that. And so don't think they're on our side. Don't think they come to the community to help you. They're not there to help. They there to just, perpetuate the conditions that they've always been using to suppress our community. So all these situations where you got these young juvenile delinquents, you got these unruly groups that's running around trying to install fear in the community. Nah, man. Forget the cops, man. We need to get a vigilante group of our own to come together, find these elements in our community, let the community help us find and point them out and deal with these motherfuckers, man. Straight up, like that. That's how I feel, man. Forget about calling cops, man. We gotta deal with these niggas. Y'all wanna come to the community and wild out? Yeah, y'all wanna beat up the old folks? Y'all wanna be shooting the kids while they going to school and stuff? Come on, man. We need a group that's gonna come together, get together, go out, look for these motherfuckers, find these motherfuckers, and deal with these motherfuckers, man. And the community gotta be behind that. Without the support of the entire community, it can't happen, because it gotta get a little violent. Gotta get a little violent, gotta get a little unruly. The community, that's what it is. The community don't got nobody on their side to bring the violence. Everybody bringing violence to our community, but our community don't got nobody to resist that. And to resist violence, you need some violence. So the community got to get behind some kind of group that got some muscle. You got to support that group. You got to invest in that group. You got to get that group. You got to commission that group to come out on your behalf and become the opposition to the violence that everybody's trying to throw at our community, man. That's what the problem is, man. Everybody got their little so-called muscle that they leaning on us with, but we don't got no muscle to lean back. Nah, man. Nah, we need to get a group that we go and commission as our muscle. That when a nigga get out of line, that's who you call. And come with the muscle and check these motherfuckers. We need, man. That's where I'm at with the game. You know, I put my money where my mouth is at. You know what I'm saying? Right now, even though a lot of people don't believe it, I'm a political candidate. I'm running for political office. Because I believe talking ain't gonna make it. Talking ain't gonna cut it. Talking ain't gonna cut it. A bunch of talking is not gonna cut it, man. So now I'm running for political office. I'm running for mayor of New York City. And I'm just studying the history of New York City. And I'm doing things to try to get myself prepared for that race. 2021 is about a little more than 2 years away. Because I want to really be about what I'm talking about and create the changes. Create the changes that I'm talking about. A lot of people talk about it, but they're not doing nothing to bring about the changes that they talk about. Nothing, man. That's not going to do nothing, man. We need talking and action. So if you're going to talk, but you ain't going to be about that action, then you really need to sit down and be quiet. That's where I'm at with it. You need to sit down and be quiet because we don't need that. If you're going to be about that action, then you can say something. But if you ain't going to be about that action, just sit down and shut up, man. For real, man. Everybody got too much opinion. Everybody just want to keep pointing out the problems. But nobody want to take no action. Nobody ain't trying to figure out what the problem is. Nobody trying to figure out the solution to the problems. Everybody talking about the problems. You got people that they can do that all day. Keep putting out where the problem at. That's the problem. That's the problem. Yeah, but how we fix it? As soon as you talk about how to fix it, they get quiet. As soon as you want to talk about how to come up with a solution and what kind of things might need to be done, what kind of sacrifices, they get quiet. Nobody really make a sacrifice. Nobody want to put their life on the line. You don't mind your life on the line as a victim, but as soon as it become putting your life on the line, fighting back, you get quiet. Man, shut the fuck up then. Huh? And it ain't to protect everybody, man. It's just to protect the people that really want to be about that. Because what happened, this is what happened. Something starts, it start producing some results, and then you got the bandwagon motherfuckers that want to jump on and reap the benefits after all the blood, sweat, and tears, after all the work been put in. And here come these bandwagon motherfuckers that want to reap the benefits. Nah, it ain't for them. Niggas who ain't willing to get in it and make this. It ain't for them. It's for everybody that's serious, that want to put the action behind the words, that want to make the sacrifices necessary. This is who we got to talk about protecting. The group need to be of these kind of people to protect these kind of people, so that when anybody come out trying to violate these people that's in this group, nah, nigga, we got muscle, nigga, talking to. Nigga, I make a phone call, nigga. I don't give a fuck who you calling. Y'all not going to be coming up in here violating me like that. I got niggas. And it gotta be about some legal motherfuckers, man, because they always take down movements or some illegal shit going on within the group or the operation. It can't be about that. It gotta be a bunch of righteous motherfuckers living our lives by the laws of the Most High. Living our lives by the Most High, by the laws of the Most High. And as a result of that, nobody can violate no righteous people. Black, well, I don't care what race they is, because we got black people out here running them up, violating our own people, because they ain't living righteous. So, you know, we put a group like that together of a bunch of righteous people living their lives by the laws of the Most High. Anybody come and violate anybody in that group, man, the muscle coming to check you, man.
Instead, they're pointing.
What I called it earlier, the storm. Storm coming to get you, man. It's a stampede. Fuck all of that, man. This is what we need, man. And everybody who with this, man, you can get in touch with me, man, because we can start building this, man. I ain't about to talking without no action, man. We can start putting this together.
No one wanted to talk about the killing that happened.
You know, it requires a lot of discipline. It requires a lot of training. It requires a lot of planning. It requires a lot of financing. But whatever it is, we got to start somewhere and start putting it together and defining the group, defining the principles so that we can define the group. Once we define the principles of the individual, then we can define the group of the individual. Then we can start putting in that work to create that storm, that stampede, that muscle. And then, you know what I mean? Show and prove, man. It ain't got to be no talking after that, man. No broadcasting. Don't broadcast nothing. We just live by the laws that we live by. And anyone who should come and violate anybody in that group, they're going to pay a price, man. That's how it needs to be. Everybody else, you on your own, man. You ain't part of this group. You do what you want to do. You feel what I'm saying? You're going to pay the consequences, you're going to pay the price. You're going to be the group that's going to come out there violating and doing all that crazy stuff too. But anybody in this circle, in this group,
they cannot discuss the matter as there's a gag.
I call it the illumination, man. Anybody in the illumination that's glowing with that righteous glow, don't touch them. Don't touch them. Because you will pay a price. This is where it's going, man. This is where it's going, man. Don't touch them, because you will pay a price, man. Police, juvenile delinquents in the neighborhood, whoever it is, man. You touch somebody in this group unprovoked, you know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying, unprovoked. Should they, God forbid, they break a law or something, and we can't do nothing for them. If you did something that want to get the principles that we supposed to live by, and somehow you come into conflict with the laws of the land that we living in, you got to really deal with that, man. You got to deal with that, because you violated our principles, and somehow you got to a point where you violated the law of the land. So there's nothing we can do to help you. But if it's unprovoked and you come and touch somebody that's a part of this illumination, this nation that I'm calling the illumination, that's glowing with the righteous light, care who you is, nigga. We coming to get you. You got family, we come and get them too, nigga. Everybody got a vulnerability out here, man. That's what it is, man. Everybody got a vulnerability out here, man. All of these police, all of these lawmakers, all the way to the president, man. Everybody got vulnerabilities, man. You touch somebody in this illumination, you compromising yourself, because you getting got, man. And it got to be a group that's so persistent, so passionate about the principles we live by, that we're willing to die for these principles, man. That's the bottom line. If you're not willing to die for something, you can't be part of it. Because you gotta be willing to die for something. Die before your time, nigga. If you think you got a time that ain't come, you gotta be willing to die before that time, man.
No stone unturned in this investigation that they still have not determined a motive.
Because until then, you're gonna stay a victim getting violated, whether you live righteous or not. Whether you live according to the law or not, you're gonna get violated because they don't respect you. And you don't got no muscle. Niggas who don't respect you and know you don't got no muscle, you just a victim to them. They don't give a fuck how you feel. You gonna run and complain to who? Them? That's what everybody's doing. You complaining to the niggas that's violating you. Niggas violating you, you go into them and they system and you complaining to them. What do you think is gonna happen? They're gonna come and, you know, penalize themselves?
He says he doesn't know a single agency.
The white people that's been hanging you, killing you, castrating you, raping you, in your ancestors, your mother, your great ancestors, all of their descendants that they done installed that in, that they done trained, and they done got to believe these are their rights. They believe these are their rights. You want to complain to them that you've been violated by one of their people? This is what they believe they got a right to do this. They're not going lift their hand up in your defense. Only time you really see them really doing that and put you up on game is when they feel as a revolt about to happen. When they feel as about to be a man or convict one of their own. Oh shit, let's force the law for these niggas if they about to boil over. That's the only time they do that. Is when shit start getting so out of control and so heated that they know if it ain't some justice in certain instances that the people will get to the point that they really don't give a fuck. See, certain times the people get to where they do start feeling, and it ain't conscious, it's unconscious. But they be willing to die because they feel so violated. And then these motherfuckers gonna go, okay, let's act like we got some laws that's impartial out this motherfucker, because they about to tear ass. I can feel it, I see it. Convict that nigga, put that nigga in jail. He about to get us all killed. That's how they do, man. They don't really give a fuck until it gets to that point. You feel me? Because they know you depending on them for your muscle. You can't depend on the enemy to be your muscle. The enemy can't be your muscle. You gotta have your own muscle, man. You gotta have your own enforcers. You gotta have your own regulators. Otherwise, you a victim. Ain't nothing that could change that. And that's where it's at, man. That's where the game is at, man. And until y'all niggas learn it, y'all gonna stay victims, man. And y'all not living righteous. A lot of y'all not living righteous.
Are drug related, with an average of 15 murders a month.
But that's where it's at, man. We got to define the principles so we can define the group. We got to put together our enforcement, our muscle. And when niggas violate, unprovoked, one of the individuals in this special group, I call the Illumination, they got to deal with the storm. They got to deal with the stampede. You know what a stampede is? Collectively, simultaneously, explosively abrupt. It got to be collective, meaning all of us together. Simultaneous, that means at the same time. Explosive, it means with a great force. And abrupt, that means without warning. That's a stampede. In the jungle, that's the only thing that could fuck up the lions. The lions be attacking the buffalo. and they look at the buffalo like food. The buffalo is strong like us, man. We strong. We got generations of being groomed to be nothing but strong. But still, the buffalo is a prey in the eyes of the lion. Until what? Until that stampede. When that stampede comes, them lions got to get the fuck out the way, man. The lion got no choice when the stampede comes, because that stampede is collective, simultaneous, explosive, abrupt. It's deadly. It's a deadly storm that you can't do nothing about it, but it's trying to escape. And any lion don't get his ass out the way and find some place of safety, that's his ass. And that's what we gotta create. A system that we can call upon a stampede. A stampede. When these lions is attacking us, that's what the white people is, lions. Looking at all of us, we the buffalo. They're looking at us like prey. And the only way we're going to be able to get them off of our ass is to affect a stampede, man. And that's the end. That's all I got to say about that, man. Get it together, man. Stop playing games. Niggas got to respect niggas out here, man. Fuck they think this is, man. I'm not one of those ones, man. I'm already willing to put my life on the line and do something about it, man. I'm waiting for the rest of y'all niggas to get on board, man. Cause it's serious out here, man. I'm not one of these that could let niggas keep violating me. Even by myself, nigga, I created one-man stampede on a motherfucker. But I gotta be ready to lose my life though. See, that's the thing you gotta acknowledge when you fucking with these niggas, man. When you really ready to fight back, especially by yourself, you gotta be ready to lose your life. Cause they gotta kill you because they so afraid of a motherfucker that's willing to put his life on the line and create a one-man stampede. They gonna say you gotta go. You feel me? But that's the only way you're gonna get these motherfuckers to respect you though. And that's real talk, man. I ain't really about no more talking, man. Feel me? And I'm getting politically active to affect these changes. Now, once I'm in politics, I can use some other means because you could manipulate the devices that they're utilizing against us. We don't got no people in power in politics that's really, manipulating they're not making no changes in our favor. If you're on the bus and you got a destination you want to go to, don't expect to go to your destination until you get behind the wheel, man. You can't expect somebody else to be behind the wheel and you get to where you want to go. Even though you keep telling them, yo, I need to make a left over here. Yo, when you gonna make a left? Never, nigga. I gotta go right. No, matter of fact, I'm gonna say we going right. I need to make a right. No, fuck that. I'm going left. Every time I'm going left, nigga. But we need to make a right. He not making a right. Only way we gonna get the bus to make a right, a nigga get behind that wheel himself, man. Move that nigga and take the wheel, man. That's what I'm doing. I'm about to take the wheel, man. So all of y'all that's feeling me out here, man. You want to see what I could do, man? Get behind me, man. I'm not really putting my campaign down yet. That's gonna be about a year from now. I'm getting myself in shape, mentally, spiritually, and physically. But after I finish this 1 year of conditioning, you want to see me out there. If you want to check out some of my, aspirations and my ambitions with this politics, go to riseofthegoodpeople.org. Or you can go on Facebook or Instagram and check out Before Becoming Mayor of NYC. Check me out, man. I'm coming, man. To create some changes for the people, man. We tired now, man. Time for change.
Who we work with, and I'm not going to be at liberty to do so today. We won't